Hey guys, what's up? I understand I've went quite a while without making a video. Not that I know if anyone really cared, all 33 of my subscribers, but I kind of wanted to get back into the swing of doing videos again. I went back to school sometime last year. At the time I'm recording this video, I was working on getting a CompTIA certificate so I could get certified to go into IT because I have a bachelor's degree that hasn't been of too much use to me, so I went back to school. Also, I got some Christmas money. This is one of the things I got right here. My kitsune mask. What do you think? This is going to be my new look going forward. And then I had this parka and hoodie that I've had for the longest time, and decided I'd wear it with the kitsune mask. I think it looks good. So yeah, this is going to be my new look going forward. So I wanted to do this video talking about some old times in my life. Some friends of mine from high school who I was friends with throughout high school and even during my college days when I was working on getting my bachelor's degree. And I'm going to tell you about how that all ended up changing and how I lost all my friends. So yeah, I'm basically going to be talking about fake toxic friends. So sit tight, I'm going to tell you the real life story of 3 friends of mine who I had known since high school who ended their friendships with me sometime after I graduated from college. Now, before I go any further, if you happen to be any of the 3 friends I mentioned in this video who I went to high school with, I promise not to give your names out. I promise not to give any social media account usernames. I won't cause any witch hunts whatsoever. I just want to speak my piece and get this off my chest. But you know exactly who the fuck you are. So, and don't think I've forgotten about that, because if you ever, if any of the 3 of you think that we're going to mend our friendships anytime, think again. Unless if you're going to pay for your fair share on Hangouts, then no. Anyway, so after high school, my high school friends and I, we still hung out a lot when I was in college the first time around. We went to go see movies together. We went bowling. We even went to like a local fun center or like family fun center a couple times as well. And of course hung out at each other's houses as well. However, things started going downhill when one reason or another, everyone in the hangout just had perpetual money problems for one reason or another. Whenever we went bowling, it started becoming a problem when my friends couldn't pay their fair share for the bowling lane rental. And I was like, okay, no worries, I'll pick up the bill. I didn't mind. I was always a saver, so I always saved up more than enough money than I needed for hangouts, and because we always got together for hangouts like every couple weeks. But then it started to become more and more of a perpetual problem, and eventually I just had to put my foot down. I was just sick of it. After I finished college, I worked my first post-college job as a video game tester, making $10.50 an hour. This was back in 2019. I was working 40 hours a week, did plenty of overtime here and there too whenever it was asked of me. I even did voluntary overtime whenever it was offered as well. I was definitely the most paid person in my friend group for sure. My other friends probably made about $8.50 an hour and were only doing part-time hours. So I became so sick of my friends not paying their fair share for bowling, I told the 3 of them, look, I'm not paying for your sorry asses anymore. If you can't pay your fair share for the bowling lane rental, don't show up and stay home. It's that simple. And let me tell you, when I finally put my foot down, it felt good. I felt like I'd just been walked on and taken advantage of. Like, no one ever offered to pay me back. None of that. And I basically told them, like, look, the first bank of Foxtrot has finally closed. And that's when things started, I guess you could say the beginning of the end started. It was around late September 2019 when I put my foot down. A couple days later, I got a friend of mine, I'll call him Drew. It was like 3 minutes after I got off work, he called me and told me that he didn't want to be friends with me anymore, all because of something I did back in 2018. He said that I yelled at his little sister, and I'm like, I don't remember doing that. I'm like, everyone else can vouch for me. Like, I'm not really much of a yeller. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm sorry if I did do that. But no, this was grounds for him to end the friendship. So, yeah, he waited a year to tell me that something I did in 2018 is now being used as grounds to end the friendship in 2019. Hey Drew, if you're watching this, you know exactly who you are. Fuck you, dude. So what was even worse is this other friend of mine, we'll call him Richard. Him and I were mutual friends with Drew. What was even worse is him and this other friend of mine, I'll call him Richard, they were talking about severing ties with me a couple days prior. And another friend of mine, I'll call him Nathan. Nathan defended Drew over what had happened, over me saying that I don't want to pay for everyone anymore, being all like, he was all like, oh, you were acting like we were a bunch of freeloaders. Yeah. I'm like, well, you kind of were. I'm like, I paid for the bulk of the bowling lane rental, and I was basically being taken advantage of, and I had it. I was done with it. And so, basically like a domino effect, Drew ended his friendship with me, continued with Richard, and then ended with Nathan. I went on soon afterwards, lost my video game tester job in 2020, went back to school a year later in 2021, and then I got my IT certificate. And now I'm going to be starting a new job soon, making more money than I ever did at my video game tester job. And and my job will also be much closer to home, and I think it's safe to say I'm going to be out-earning all of my old high school friends. And I also did make some new friends along the way. So there's that as well. I made much better friends, and it's definitely good that I made better friends along the way. So remember, be careful how you pick your friends. That's for sure. Anyway, how much time we got in there? Okay, looks like that we reached it long enough. Anyway, this is Foxtrot Nation. Hope you liked my video. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. And subscribe for more. Thanks.